in this world that they're making. Because my world, I can't say hulhulten, at I kick hulhult. The queen is hulhulsin at hat, in ha. The lip yat is ha. I'm nothing in this world, in this Boro language. We can see and hear the evidence. I'm brought in this world with a language to be connected to my family. And bear with me. This is so powerful. To see my little nieces and nephews, my grandkids, and my family. My Secwepemc side come from here. And I'm really feel blessed to be with my family. Tells me I'm one of the survivors. I'll get back on what I'm here, what I think I'm here for. I'm here to help any way I can. I was born in this. My father, he never signed paper. They never take. My father and my elders took me away when the scoop of the 50s and 60s moved me around. I didn't know there was Montana, Bonus Ferry, Kootenai. I didn't know that. All my grandpa said, this is your cousin, this is your auntie, this is your grandma. They didn't tell me this is Bonus Ferry. They didn't tell me this is Montana. My elders told me this is your grandpa from here. That's aha. And I learned this in Semastin when I was about 11 or 12. Now I'm using. They didn't catch me for the scoop. I started a semi-school when I was about 16. But I grew up here. Like I said, involved with what we do to live. And like some of you youth, I got worked up. I could see what they're telling us people. I got worked up. Like my youth, I get excited. Where I go, I mention, oh yeah, the Okanagan Shuswap Confederacy. And then I found out I was thinking I'm down there. My grandpa, Tommy Gregory, corrected me. He says, good what you're doing. Speak up. But you gotta watch your words. Watch your words. He said, you gotta remember, we're the last rats in the barn, so to speak. Talking about our ancestors that never had Labatt's Blue or Budweiser. Never know Wayne Gretzky. We got to remember that. What he told me. He said, you're doing good speaking your heart. He said, but I'm going to correct you. It's Secwepemc Okanagan. It's Shuswap Okanagan, what our ancestors said. Because they understand the fact your words create the world. That's why we're put here. And our ancestors done ceremony daily, like what we're supposed to do, be doing. If we're educated in a planet lineup 2012, from that time, we're coming above the Milky Way. That's a long story. It comes back to real. My grandpa told me, when you're talking a borrowed language for the people, keep it correct. It's Shuswap Okanagan. It's not Okanagan Shuswap. Think about it, he says. When he says Shuswap Okanagan Secwepemc Indigenous, you already know Secwepemc Shuswap in the north, and Okanagan to our south. With your words, it faces you to the sun. You can see that's what they used in the emblems. So when you say Shuswap Okanagan Secwepemc Indigenous, we're trying to pick up what our elders picked up. So this is what I want to share. I really appreciate my grandkids, my nephews, if you can accept me like that. Good. You help me. You would feel lonesome. That's why I said, bear with me. I look around me. This is three left. And my people depend on me. So that's what my grandpa told me, remember. You're doing good. Keep going, but remember that. So it's Shuswap, Okanagan Confederacy. We've got to watch our words. Not the English. That's nothing ours. But the minute you speak your language, you now understand some law. First law is auricular. And somebody still means is spoken. So when you stand and speak your language, you've already reserved the Kalmuch rights. That's how important words are. Words create our world. Look where it took us, where it brought us. Look what they've done with us, with our words, from their boarding school. See, they understand the power of my grandpa says, I'm nothing. I'm like my uncle over there. I'm just as sacred as he is. I'm no better than my uncle or my auntie, these babies. We're all sacred. Because we make this world with words and thought. I can share more, but I want my uncle to he's been around, I feel humbled that I speak before him. But I know he loves me and I love him and he sees what we're doing. So I think I said what I need to say regarding what we're doing. That's your true you. That's what the other nations of the world, China, Russia, Somalia, they're all watching now. Be who you are. Secwepemc. No matter if you can't think. It's not my business what I think or anybody thinks. Because you made your world. But our time now. Remember, if you know your culture, we're not below the Milky Way. 2012, when the planets line up, we start a journey through the Milky Way. We're above it now. That's why the truth is coming now. It's going to open, we're going to keep learning truths about what's around us. That's what's going on now. Some of these emotions we're feeling of our teachings, training, we keep track of the galaxies, the universe. I heard my sister praying, include the universe. That's what our ancestors lived, that have been here. That's where they wiped us out. So I'm going to give it to my uncle, and whatever question you want to have, if I can answer, I'll help you. Man, white living.
White of the squash extinguishment problem. Stellnek. Secwepemc Title Territory. Glutens elks, Secwepemc 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 Indigenous Peoples elks Secwepemc Secwepemc Southwest Secwepemc Loch Secwepemc Malama Okwai Secwepemc Secwepemc Station they can do it called movement Cookstown Church Cookstown called Secwepemc Secwepemc Okwai. The sun is stream of a quiz and scrammed alley movement that Gnuchendecker. That is the real good glued. There's a mention of the Confederacy. If there are any people from the east, from here, from Anishinaabe or Six Nations, how the Six Nations began to join together to form the Five Nations first, and then the Six joined later. It's similar to what this Secwepemc Okanagan Confederacy is. And talked about that British Columbia flag. Actually, there's two flags on it. One is a native flag with the three rivers on it and the sun. And you used to have another thing in the middle of the moon. And then it had four animals on the corners. And it had a blue line all the way around. So that at that time the people put that blue line so that it would protect the words that are inside of there, that nobody would break the words from the outside. But not in their life, because everybody was quite united at the time. They didn't think that today that people start breaking it from the inside. There's no protection from the inside, and that's what we got to remember, because there's already an agreement on that British Columbia flag. Those three rivers used to be on top, British flag was on the bottom, and that line that goes in between them recognize each other as a nation, the Secwepemc Okanagan nation and the British nation. In that line in between, just like the wampum belt says, you don't rule that side or you don't rule that side. They treat each other as a nation. And that's where the words come from. As long as the sun shines and the river flows, they're supposed to keep the words. Now our people are going to court and talking about land claims and stuff like that. And all they're trying to do is to help them keep their word. You know, and that's really hard because they take that young guy that just got voted in, Trudeau. He made some words and it didn't take him long and he already broke them. So how are we going to trust? So what the teaching comes down from the Confederacy and from the Six Nations, the Four Corners, and the civilized tribes, the ones from the southeast, they were uniting at the time too. What that teaches us is that actually that's what we should be doing, is making agreements with the other nations to heck with the Summit, because they don't keep their word anyway. Don't try to make treaties with them, but make treaties with each other, whether it's Okanagan, Chilcotin, or Lillooet, or yeah.
What my uncle's saying, in that Confederacy, one of the agreements that my uncle's saying what I understood, we in the Shuswap Okanagan Confederacy speak on our other relatives wherever the Union Jack flies. We speak for them. We reserve their common law rights. Because this was the first time in history the king looked down, looked across with us. So this is important. That was what they're breaking to.
So there's a history to it, and not a lot of the reasons they send us to residential schools and stuff like that is to forget that. And one time in the law books in the courts, they had a book, law in there, and in the middle they had a picture of a Native